Vande Shambhumapatim Suragurum Vande Jagatkaranam Vande Pannagabhushanam Shashidharam Vande Pasunam Patim Vande Surya Shashanka Vandhinayanam Vande Mukunda Priyam Vande Bhaktajana Ashrayam Chavaradam Vande Bhaktajana Ashrayam Chavaradam Vande Shivam Shankaram. Friends, nature is very often favorable, but sometimes unfavorable. Many times it heals, sometimes it harms. Very often it ennobles, sometimes it endangers. Not all people always are happy in the nature. There are cyclones, there are floods, there are earthquakes, there are umpteen problems man has to face in nature. It is a cycle. You cannot have the rainy season always. You cannot be in summer always. Summer, spring, autumn, winter, one after the other will be coming, either to trouble us or to save us. This nature is to be overcome. This nature is to be transcended. This nature is to be penetrated. This nature is to be studied. And the core of nature is divinity. Transcending the nature, we find a greater law, a divine law. Yoga is to take us beyond nature. Yoga is to take us to the depth of nature. Yoga is to take us to the core of nature, and that is divinity. Each soul is potentially divine. In every aspect of nature there is God. In earth there is divinity. In fire there is divinity, in water there is divinity, in space this divinity, it is all pervading. So yoga is a discipline. By following we can go beyond the nature, penetrate into the nature, identify the core nature to be divine. And then what is this discipline? Discipline is discretion. What do you mean by discretion? It is your buddhi when it is for the welfare of everybody. That's why Swami Vivekananda arranges self-confidence to overcome nature, self-reliance to define nature, self-dedication to sublimate nature. At every level there are these steps. Atma-vishwasam, stern determination. I can win. I can defeat him or her. I can overcome. That is the confidence. This confidence comes to everybody's rescue. This is the basis of discipline. 2, I can rely upon myself. I don't care for nature. I can stand on my feet. Self-reliance, to rely on myself. Dependence on none. I can depend on myself. Confidence and reliance are meant for what? To serve humanity. to save humanity, to help mankind, to be of use to the others. That is a self-dedication. If Swami Vivekananda's philosophy is squeezed from his 8 volumes of complete works, you will get these 3: self-confidence, Atma Vishwasam; self-reliance, to stand on one's own feet; self-dedication, to be useful to everybody. And these 3 steps we shall try to see in nature. Nature is symbolized by the 9 planets, the officers to bring the change in nature. Guru enters from one planet to the other. Each planet has its own course. Because of the movement of the planets, the seasons are formed. Because of the movement of the planets, we have our ups and downs. The whole astronomical theory. One day, in Dasharatha Maharaja's darbar, the astrological experts all assembled. They counted Mesha, Meena, Simha, etc. And they told the Raja, my dear Dasharatha Maharaj, from a particular point of time, Shani, Saturn, is entering into a particular Rashi, such particular place. Because of his movement, there will be Kshama, there will be famine. Ayodhya and other places have to suffer. There will be no rain. There will be hot summer. There will be no crops. There will be no food. People have to suffer and die. How long? For about 2 decades. Dasharatha Maharaj was unnerved. Is there no way out? Can't we change the course of nature? Can't we remedy it? Can we not set it right? Astrologers said, sorry sir, nothing, there is no scope, there is no chance. We have to suffer. Almost all of us might have consulted the astrologers. They would say, from yesterday, Guru is entering into a particular place, and because of that, these people will have the benefits, these people will have the benefit, kastas, etc. The people might have told. Now, Dasharatha Maharaj reacted. He started doing the action. My dear friends, how about my meeting Shani himself direct? Can you, sir? Yes, I can. Confidence. Then he asked his people to get the chariot ready. Dasharatha Maharaj entered into the chariot, started riding it to meet the Prime Minister, to meet the President of India, or to meet the President of America, or the President of the Cosmos. Before going to the top person, he wanted to meet the concerned officer who is trying to destroy the peace and calm life of a certain set of people. Straight he went to Saturn with his bow and arrow. And Saturn was standing. Yes, Mr. Dasharatha, what is it you come for? Sir, my pranams to you. I understand you are going to enter a particular Rashi called Karkataka. By entering into that, many people will have floods or disasters or cyclones or earthquakes or fire breaks, and the net result is people suffer. Yes, that's nature. I cannot help. First period English, second period mathematics, third period physics. This is the timetable. Summer is followed by rainy season is followed by winter is followed by this. This is the nature. I can't help it. I am a strict disciplinarian, Saturn said. Sir, I request you, sir, I beg you, sir, I don't have a job, sir. Please save my family, sir. If you trouble us, where do we go, sir? Dasharatha Maharaj pleaded, requested, begged, bowed down, touched his feet, and relentless was Saturn, nothing doing. I am a very strict disciplinarian. You have to suffer, your people have to suffer. Went on Dasharatha Maharaj begging Saturn, and Saturn was becoming stricter and stricter, sterner and sterner, stronger and stronger. And all the while Shani was using only one word: I am a strict disciplinarian, I follow the natural principles. Dasharatha pleaded for half an hour, 1 hour, he lost his patience. Mr. Saturn raised the voice. If you do not stop entering into that particular house, you know what happens? Hey, let anything happen. He took his bow, took his arrow. Come on, I will fight with you and defeat you, kill you. Then Saturn was a little, what is this? A small student of first year? A small student of S-VYASA class? Threatening me? Saturn hitherto was very strict, very bold, very strong. When Dasharatha Maharaj raised his voice, Saturn, yes, what is it you are trying to say? If you do not stop going to that Kartaka Rashi, I will fight, I am telling. Do you mean to say I will be defeated? I shall also fight, man. Saturn took his weapon, nuclear weapon. Dasharatha Maharaj took his atomic weapon. One weapon, both were ready to fight with each other. And Saturn thought the war is unavoidable. Then Saturn said, my dear Dasharatha, I appreciate you. I agree with you. I am now cooled down. I change the course. I follow your advice. I will not enter Kartaka Rashi. Your people will be safe. There will be no cyclone. There will be no flood. There will be no earthquake. Everything will be peaceful, calm, tranquil. Your people will be happy and prosperous. Dasharatha Maharaj fell at his feet. Sir, when you are about to bless us, why do you threaten me? Why do you appear to be a strict person? You have such a kind heart. Why did you not say this in the beginning? I wanted to test you. What is the test? Are you selfish or not? You are not fighting for you. You are fighting for the people. You are fighting for the entire mankind. You are prepared to die. I am sure you will die in my hands if I take my atomic weapons. You cannot stand. That is known to you very, very well. You are a human being. I am a divine personality. I am the topmost person. Or you are a pygmy, small creature. You are sure to die, but still you have the confidence. I appreciate that self-confidence in you. And then you are trying to stand on your feet firmly, though you are sure you will be defeated. That the strength of your heart, I appreciated you. And finally, you are a tyagi. You are not selfish. You are not an escapist. You do not want to run away from me. You are prepared to lay down your life for the sake of mankind. When the Britisher came with the bullets, there was one gentleman from Andhra Pradesh in Chennai standing, opening the shirt. Come on, shoot! Andhra Kesari, a lion. And the Britisher was surprised. Every time the freedom fighter was going to the place for being hanged, there was a strength in him, there was courage in him. That self-dedication shook the feet of the foreign forces. People say, there are selfish people, that's why there is no rain. Everybody is self-centered, that's why there is no rain. In Valmiki Ramayana, wonderfully Valmiki describes the land had 3 rains every month. Because everybody was a tyagi. Everybody was unselfish. Right from the top person, Dasharatha Maharaj, to the lowest person, everybody initially was unselfish. Tyage naike amrutatva manasu. Once upon a time, India was known for its unselfishness. India was known for its cultural moorings. It was known for its self-sacrifice and self-dedication. Tyaga. Seva and Tyaga. Renunciation and service. You renounce your selfishness and you are ready for self-dedication. These two are the twin ideals. Swami Vivekananda, a single man in the western horizon. What a confidence he must have had to criticize the first, to find fault with the selfish people. Anybody could have beaten him, anybody could have shot him, anybody could have buried him, cremated him. What an amount of confidence he must have had. Without a file in his hand, he was able to go round the West. What a tremendous self-reliance he has. And he never breathed for himself. It is for the mankind. That is the salt of this earth. India is known for Tyagis, right from Sivi Chakravarti, Nimi Chakravarti, Ashoka Chakravarti, Gautama Buddha, Mahavira. Wherever you find these selfless people, you find prosperity. Whether it's west or east, this country is rich because of the unselfish pativratas. Unselfish husbands, unselfish teachers, unselfish students. In the Gurukul of the ancient days, the teachers were known for their sacrifice. They lived for the student community. And the students stood by the side of the teachers. Mutual love. Prema is to do seva. Seva involves sacrifice. Dasharatha Maharaj was able to get that permission from Saturn. Very often people say, Shani is very, very dangerous, sir. He will trouble us, sir. He will create difficulties, sir. And Shani made a promise that the rule is only for selfish people. He who lives for others will not be affected, will not be disturbed by the planetary movement. Nature becomes favorable. Destiny becomes delightful. God becomes very loving if only we are unselfish. If only we are Tyagis. The entire Ramayana says of selflessness. The rivers run, they flow, not for their benefit, to irrigate the land, to quench the thirst of the mankind. Unselfishly the rivers flow. No tree eats the fruit it produces. It produces the delicious fruit for the benefit of the mankind. No cow drinks its own milk. It gives the milk to the society. Similarly, every individual has to rise to that expectation of cosmic love, so that we dedicate our lives for the mankind. Prema, love, is followed by seva, service, and service is invariably followed by Tyaga. Mother loves the baby, serves the baby, sacrifices everything for the sake of the baby. A patriot loves the country, serves the country, sacrifices his all for the benefit of the country. A Uttama wife, Mahapativrata, loves the husband, serves the husband, dedicates her all for the sake of the husband. So also the man. Let Prashanti Kutir prepare everybody to be a stalwart Tyagi let Prashanti grow from good to better, better to best. Let this Prashanti be unique, not because of the buildings, not because of your exercises, but because of the prema and tyaga we cultivate by following the natural discipline to love mutually each other. Love is different from lust. Kama should become prema. When it is self-centered, body-centered, it is lust. When it is otherwise, it is called prema. Prashanti Kutir is meant to establish three things. One is self-confidence. Two is self-reliance. Three is self-dedication. Tyagena amrutattvamana. So eternity can be attained by people who are tyagis. Dasharatha Maharaj was able to win Shani because of one thing, that is a sacrifice. Let us all be the embodiment of Swartha Tyaga, and the one person in the Bhagavad Gita is Sri Krishna. He is always a kingmaker, he is never a king. He has a sacrifice and he is all for the welfare of mankind. Let us follow his footprints. Let us meditate on Sri Krishna and let us try to become yogis, tyagis.